Good evening, viewers. You're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Choudhry. We have one big debate lined up for you during the times of Navratri and also the last interview of the legend Zubeen Garg as he's laid to rest today. All of that coming up. First, allow me to take you through the headlines. 9 electrocution deaths amidst heavy rain in Kolkata. Waterlogged streets, inundated homes, over 30 flights cancelled. Horrifying Tamil Nadu ragging cotton camera. ITI students stripped, abused and hit with slippers. Gut-wrenching screams of student numbs the state. Shocking blow to Stalin versus Vijay war in Tamil Nadu. Stalin minister calls TVK chief Vijay barking dog, says ignore mentally unstable blabbering neta. Top film honours for Lalatan. Mohan receives the Dada Saheb Phalke Award for his illustrious cinematic contribution.
Mohanlal being recognized for his monumental contributions, unparalleled versatility, artistry that have profoundly shaped narrative cinema, inspired generations of artists, cemented his...
It's with profound pride and gratitude that I stand before you today, having received the prestigious Dada Saheb Phalke Award. This moment is not mine alone. It belongs to the entire Malayalam cinema fraternity.
The 71st National Film Awards were held in the national capital. Shah Rukh Khan, Vikrant Massey win Best Actor honours. Rani Mukherjee bags Best Actress and Vidhu Vinod Chopra's 12th fail takes Best Feature Film. Final goodbye to singer Zubeen Garg. Assam Chief Minister, Union Minister Rijiju paid tribute. Teary-eyed farewell for Zubeen Garg. All right, viewers, our top story. Navratri festivals have started, and so have politics of attempting to saffronize, some would say, these celebrations, with ban on non-vegetarian sale or of entry of non-Hindus to Garba festivities. The VHP has given a fresh diktat where Hindus only is a clause for festivities. States like Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh are abiding by it. While back home in Delhi, loudspeakers can be used now till midnight as festivities are allowed to continue for 2 more hours beyond what has usually been the stipulated cut-off time for loudspeakers, 10 p.m. Here's a full report.
This autumn Navratri festival has started with great fervour, and so has controversies. The states ruled by the Saffron Party have set separate rules for this festive season. In the national capital, loudspeakers can be used during Ram Leela, Durga Puja and other cultural religious events until midnight, giving it a 2 bonus hours of life. But the limit in residential areas would be 45 decibels.
अब आप रात 10 बजे तक नहीं बल्कि रात के 12 बजे तक अपने लाउडस्पीकर का इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं। ये ऑर्डर आज 22 तारीख से लागू होगा और 3 अक्टूबर तक ये चलेगा।
Delhi wants to follow Gujarat with Garba and Navratri celebrations continue through the night.
जिस तरह से कम्युनिकेट किया जाता उससे एकदम आग लगाने वाली बात है, देश को क्षति पहुंचाने की बात है और उससे पोलराइजेशन की हिंदू मुस्लिम वाली बात है, वह ध्यान में रख कर के ऐसा किया जा रहा है, वह गलत है।
Maihar in Madhya Pradesh, much like spring Navratri, has once again put a ban on sale of non-veg food items for all 9 days. Maihar is home to revered Ma Sharda Mandir, a Shakti Peeth for Hindus.
इस पावन नगरी पे 22 सितंबर से लेके 2 अक्टूबर तक के लिए मांस, मछली और अंडे के विक्रय को प्रतिबंधित किया गया है।
The ban on the sale of meat and other non-vegetarian items have been issued in Umaria as well. This ban has been put under Section 163 of the Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita. Those violating the provisions are liable to be prosecuted under Section 233 of the BNSS, which carries a punishment of 6 months imprisonment and a fine of 2,500 rupees. Bhopal District Administration has issued guidelines regarding Garba. The guidelines for Durga Puja and Garba pandals clearly state that no one will be allowed to enter the pandal without an identity card. The organizers are responsible for CCTV monitoring, which is mandatory to prohibit entry or use of suspicious items and weapons. Several posters were displayed outside a Garba pandal in Bhopal with clear instructions which mentioned that entry for people from non-Hindu communities would be prohibited and would lead to forced ouster.
हर आने जाने वाले का पहले माथे पे तिलक लगाया जाएगा, हाथ में रक्षा सूत्र बांधे जाएंगे। सनातन में सबसे पवित्र माना गया है गंगा जल का हम उनको सेवन कराएंगे। गंगा जल यहाँ से जी आप देख सकते हैं, गंगा जल का सेवन कराएंगे, गौमूत्र का छिड़काव किया जाएगा, फिर हम जो 12 देव हैं हमारे उनकी हम पूजा करवाएंगे, उसके बाद आपका आधार कार्ड चेक किया जाएगा, उसके बाद ही आपको प्रवेश दिया जाएगा।
These rules has led to a war of words between the ruling party and the opposition.
गरबा में ऐसा कौन आदमी जा रहा है जो वहाँ नफरत फैलाए या कानून व्यवस्था वहाँ बिगाड़ने की कोशिश करे? कोई जाएगा ही काहे को? और बिना वजह ये अपने सरकार को खुश करने के लिए, नेताओं को खुश करने के लिए इस तरह के निर्णय कर रहे हैं और इस तरह के विभाजनकारी बातें कर रहे हैं।
भाईचारा अगर बना के रखना है तो इस प्रकार की स्थिति नहीं आना चाहिए, और यदि जनप्रतिनिधियों की मांग है और विभाग अधिकारियों ने अगर आदेश निकाले हैं तो मैं नहीं समझता क्योंकि गलत है। कांग्रेस वोट बैंक के लिए सब इस प्रकार की बात करती है। हमारा वोट बैंक का काम नहीं, हमारा सामाजिक समरसता का कार्यक्रम है।
Meat is banned in Banaras and the same rules to prohibit entry of non-Hindus in Garba is being followed in Agra. All these diktats of BJP find resonance in VHP's statements.
कई लोग अपने आप को सनातनी बनाने के चक्कर में कलावा भी बांध लेते हैं। कलावा के ऊपर मत जाए, आधार कार्ड चेक करे और वराह देवता के जो फोटो है उसकी पूजन कराने के बाद में, टीका लगाने के बाद में उनको पंडाल में आने की अनुमति दी जाए।
This Navratri saffron politics has added a bitter taste of politics to festive spirit. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, viewers, before we get into what looks like a very divisive debate, a very, very happy Navratri to all our viewers. Now, let's get into the debate, which clearly seems to suggest that it's been a trend. We've seen it over the last couple of years where festivals, celebrations have been restricted to only one particular faith, which at least goes against on what has been the Indian ethos of everyone partaking in festivities. What's led to this change? Is there a change? Taking these questions, our panelists this evening: Rajat Sethi, political commentator; Ashutosh, columnist, author, political analyst; Sardar R.P. Singh, national spokesperson on BJP; Brijesh Kadappa, spokesperson, Congress. And I'd like to begin with the BJP spokesperson, R.P. Singh. Sardar R.P. Singh, the fact is, since when has it been Hindus only for celebrations? It's not just this time around. The last time, Navratras, was the same question, where placards right outside pandals of Garba, of Navratri celebrations, have very clear instructions that only Hindus can enter. Communal profiling for festivities is not what Indian ethos were, R.P. Singh.
Preeti, good evening and happy Navratri, and especially the Brahmacharani goddess day today. And this leads us to discipline in life and truth, following the truth in life. Issue is not that why a particular people from community are banned in Garba in certain pockets. It's not that everywhere. I mean, you are welcome to Garba in my area. People from I will also join them. People from all other communities join them. But there have been complaints of some sort of element which has done some mischief a few times in various areas, especially in Gujarat. It happened, and keeping that in mind, it's in the issue of law and order, this issue of keeping the proper situation in control, the complete situation in control. That's why it's nothing that people from communities are banned. I mean, only reason is that there was complaints of certain mischievous element, and then to avoid any sort of bickering or any sort of problem later on, that's why they have been banned in certain areas. That's not that nationwide there's some blanket ban in Navratri or Garbas for people to join or not to join.
You have 40 more seconds, but Sardar RP Singh, I'll pause your timing. Can we just pause the clock? Yeah. Let me ask you another question, sir. You're saying it's only in certain...
timing there.
Sir, okay, I'm sorry. I must, because I think most spokespersons know it. But yes, there's a 2-minute timer to all submissions. But Sardar RP Singh, let me ask you a counter on that. Because you say it's only in certain pockets. It's not really quite just in pockets. The entire state of Maharashtra is adopting this norm. The entire state of Gujarat is adopting this norm. Key places from Bhopal all the way down to Indore,
I said Gujarat.
all the way down to Chhindwara. No, I'm telling you, sir, it's not just Gujarat. Maharashtra has exactly the same diktat. Madhya Pradesh has the same diktat. Then you have Haryana, where word coming in, same diktat. Go ahead, sir.
I'm sorry, there is nothing of that sort in Haryana. I'm very sure about it. Your state has not put any ban on Garba participation. But yes, in Maharashtra and Gujarat and certain pockets in Madhya Pradesh, because there were complaints last year, especially in Gujarat, there were issues. There was rioting also in the Garba celebration. During the Garba celebration, there were elements which walked into the such celebrations and disrupted the celebration. So because there are certain norms to follow in the Garba also. So that's why it is. I mean, there's nothing of this sort that there is a blanket ban by any or there's a,
but that's what is being followed, sir, and that's the
by some religious organization.
All right, so, but at least that is what is being followed in major pandals, be it Navratri celebrations or Garba celebrations, and we've seen this across most states. And or at least most states in northern India. There have been cases and reports coming in from our reporters who have filed in from the areas of Gurgaon, where Haryana and Faridabad are concerned. But, I'll circle back to you on this, because is there an attempt to just stop in terms of what you say is rowdy elements who might create issues, or is there also an attempt to humiliate, put a tilak on their forehead, spray them with gaumutra, make them do idol worship? It's seemingly targeting one particular community. But I'll cut across to the Congress spokesperson on this. Mr. Kadapa, the argument right now is that in certain pockets where there have been past issues and where elements have tried to at least, destabilize communal harmony, therefore, these are precautionary measures. Number two, something which your party has complained about, which is where you have the time limit of loudspeakers, like in Delhi, being pushed from 10 p.m., which is the stipulated guidelines by the Supreme Court, to 12 a.m. It's not that it hasn't happened before. 2023, it happened in Delhi. In Goa, sir, every time there's Christmas, loudspeakers extensions have been made till 12 a.m. And the Supreme Court, in its 2022 mandated guidelines, had said at times of celebrations there can be relaxation. So what's so wrong in that?
See, the first thing is, Preeti, that let me speak now as not just a Congress spokesperson, also as a Hindu myself. And, these are, outstanding, beautiful programs, including the Garba, including the programs of lighting, and including the Aarti and so on and so forth. I asked myself this question, Preeti, that as a Hindu, is it not, an occasion for me to highlight and show my religious ceremonies to the world at large? After all, the Hindu practices Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which encompasses all humanity, right? So why am I trying to keep people out? Because on the one hand, the BJP says that there are certain communities which are trying to proselytize the Hindus, right? And here's such a beautiful program which is being conducted by the Hindus, and we want to keep the other communities out. How are we going to showcase what the Hindus do during these programs, the beauty of Hindu culture? How are these going to be showcased if everybody is going to be kept out? Now, one. Two is, what is the difference between, Pakistan, which says that, no, you can't, allow people of other religions into mosques on such and such day and so on and so forth. And us. I ask myself the question because ultimately, I think these are very important questions that we as Hindus must ask ourselves. And this is the first part. Second part is that with great difficulty, we have established outstanding millennium cities like Gurgaon. And there is a huge influx of foreigners there. Now, if you're going to say that, look, you can't come and see the program, you're going to be out, whether it's somebody from, say, the Middle East, where there is a large, section of the Hindu population there, where we have built temples and all this. Now we are going to say, no, please don't come to our temples. I don't know how fair it is and how welcoming we look as Hindus.
All right, so your time is up. I just want to, also add to, at least with what our reporters found on ground, the attempt is not to keep all other communities away. And one needs to verbalize it. The attempt, at least in front of most of these puja pandals, is to keep one community away, Muslims. And that is very clear with all the reports that have been filed. I want to cut across right now to Rajat Sethi and Ashutosh. Rajat Sethi, to bring you in on this. It's hogwash if the Congress is demanding that why is there an extension of loudspeakers? It happens in every state and should happen during the time of festivities. The Supreme Court itself mandates it. But Rajat, on the flip side, two issues. One, where meat ban is concerned. One might seem to suggest that, this is a sensitive issue, especially during Navratri. It's, a time of fasting for the Hindu communities, but not all Hindu communities, Rajat. There are tribals in Madhya Pradesh, in Maharashtra, there is a section that actually eats meat during Navratras. There are Bengalis that eat meat and they reside all across the country. So the meat ban is questionable. And number two, if we're going to get into rampant profiling, where you're going to have posters outside pandals which say, keep jihadis out, and then validated by the state government of Maharashtra, of Madhya Pradesh, isn't it problematic?
Well, let me begin by saying that my previous panelist was just mentioning that as if Garba is some kind of a program or some kind of a party going on which is trying to invite or disinvite a few set of people. It is a religious gathering where people are coming in to celebrate a religious function. Okay, the religiosity of it remains paramount. So let's not treat it as if it's some kind of a party going on and everybody can come in, join the party, try and sully the mood there, and try and create communal rift over there. That's point number one. Point number two, look at Dubai. During the Ramadan fest, the entire month, you don't even see restaurants opening up in the broad daylight. There are only very few selected restaurants on the periphery of the city where you can go out and eat during the daytime. That is the sensitivity that you need to have when you're visiting Dubai, and that holds for all foreigners. And by the way, Dubai doesn't just have Muslims. It has people from all different religious backgrounds and from different global ethnicities. They come down and they respect the place. And therefore, having sensitivities of people who adhere to certain restrictive ways of celebrating a festival need to be allowed and be respected. I don't see this as a small amount of a sacrifice coming in from the others who are not directly celebrating, or those who have to curb their habits of eating into meat. They can't survive by not eating meat for those 9 days. I think this is how societies are organized, by mutually contributing, by giving up certain things, and in this larger ahuti, you come in and you build layers of social cohesion. Now, if you want to deliberately try and see that everything is being seen as one part of the society trying to impose on the other part of the society, that's a very wrong inference that you want to draw. Lastly, I want to say that yes, there are always actors who want to misuse certain aspects of every religious functions. They have to be controlled.
All right, Rajat, I'll circle back to you because the UAE is an Islamic state, number one, and there is one clear diktat where Islam is concerned when it comes to the month of Ramzan. In the Hindu religion, there are various sects that actually eat meat as part of celebration. And that happens from across the country. There are Bengalis in Madhya Pradesh, in Delhi. For them, fish is essential, meat is essential. There are tribals where it's essential as part of celebration. But I'll circle back to you. I want to bring in Ashutosh into this conversation. Ashutosh, the fact is, at one end, it's better to not cause any communal tension. So it is better, at least what RP Singh say, to keep a set out. But the second thing, Ashutosh, where we are talking about today, there's a huge political debate about why have we suddenly, or has governments in various states like Delhi, where we live, have extended the hours for loudspeakers. Every state does that. It is mandated by the Supreme Court to do so during the time of festivities. It happens in Goa. Nobody quite says anything during Christmas, but when it happens during Navratri, there are double standards. That's the charge.
See, Preeti, I really want to know who are these people who will go and visit these garbas after being उनके ऊपर गौमूत्र छिड़का जाएगा उसके बाद वो जाएंगे. So मैं वाकई में जानना चाहूँगा वो कौन हिंदू होंगे जो अपने ऊपर गौमूत्र छिड़काना चाहेंगे और फिर उसके बाद अंदर जाएंगे. You know, this politics of exclusion has done great damage to the Hindu society, and it's not me who's saying. I'm just quoting from the 6 glorious epochs of Indian history written by Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, and I'll read it out. I only read it out. He says, he writes, to these very religious practices of the time we have ascribed in our various articles on the caste system the name Loti Bandi, Roti Bandi, Beti Bandi, Sparsh Bandi, Shuddhi Bandi, Sindhu Bandi. These 7 bandis are the bans which arrested not only the progress of the Hindus but also impaired their normal way of life. These fetters were not forcibly fastened to the feet of the Hindu nation by any Muslim, Christian or other foreign powers. They were also fastened by the Hindus themselves in their extreme anxiety for the protection of their religion. And then he says that as a means of being dawned the religious aggression of the Muslims, this counter-stroke of the Hindu caste system proved to be the most ineffectual and useless, like a blunted sword. On the contrary, these very laws and flaws, strict adherence to them brought about a series of disasters on the Hindu religion and the Hindu nation, making the conversion of millions of Hindus far too easier for the Muslims. That can be imagined, while it cannot be denied that they made the conversion of Muslim to Hindus absolutely impossible. This is what the Savarkar has said. These are the practices, and they are basically not the adherents of the Hindu system. They are damaging Hindu society, they are damaging Hindu nation, they are damaging Hindu as a religion, and because they want to create a kind of Hindu, not the Hindu per se. They should listen to Savarkar at least.
Sir, your time is up. I'm going to come in for final 2 minutes for all our participants in this debate, and I want to begin with the BJP spokesperson, Sardar R.P. Singh. Sardar R.P. Singh, you know, there are always fringe elements when it comes down to every religion. It's how seriously one takes them. So if the VHP has come up with this list of demands which seems to suggest there will be a tilak on your forehead, we will tie a kaleva, we will make you pray to an idol, we will spray you with gaumutra only, and then we will check your identity, and only then will you be allowed to enter. They are free to say what they want to. But the sheer fact that in certain states the government has adopted this, that is worrying. The second thing, R.P. Singh, you come in from Delhi, right? And sir, you yourself know Delhi is a melting pot. We have huge populations of Bengalis who are celebrating Durga Puja as we speak in their pandals. We have a huge Sikh population like you, sir. And even though there is no official meat ban, but there is a soft ban already, which was demanded by your very own leaders. You had Mr. Parvesh Verma, who openly has called for all meat shops to be shut. How is this inclusive, sir?
First, Ashutosh, it's great to hear a word of praise from your mouth about the leaders whom you hate otherwise. But that point aside, Preeti, there is no order from the state. Individuals can have their idea, individuals can think about what they want to do, they can go and make requests to individuals in their areas and in their domains. But there is no blanket ban. I'm sorry, you are projecting as there is some sort of blanket ban, and I have not seen any order of or any letter from Vishwa Hindu Parishad or any note from Vishwa Hindu Parishad what you are quoting. One. Secondly, let me give you another example. I, as a Sikh, am not supposed to eat halal, but I'm forced to eat halal without knowing it. I mean, unknowingly, I'm forced to eat halal. Every day I go to any meat shop where any other restaurant. There's a rule by MCD, local MCD bodies, that anyone who has to serve halal should put a board saying that he is serving halal or a jhatka. But it's not implemented in Delhi. There's already a ruling by the local bodies. So there are rules which are passed, there are rules which are implemented because by these individuals in society. So it's not that there is something like what is a norm. This is not a norm. It's how do you accept what is there, good for society, good for you're living in a cohesive society, or you're saying as Delhi or as Gurgaon or other cities which has come up in the last few years. So it's nothing like you're trying to classify into rules, that there is some rule by some organization, nothing of that sort. And again, if there are miscreant, police is bound to take action, local administration is bound to take action, and they are bound to take preventive actions. As for celebrating till 12 o'clock, there is again a rule there that it will not cross a decibel level of 45.
Okay.
They will not cross a decibel level
Time's
of 45.
Up. So okay. Sardar RP Singh, time's up.
It is all under law.
Okay, sir, time is up, but two things. I'm not saying that, number one, where you say that I'm trying to project that the VHP has come up with rules and states have accepted, so you should have seen our follow-up package before we introduced you. The VHP has done so. And pandals in the state of Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh have adopted it. So you have legitimized the demands which are as bizarre as spraying gaumutra. Number one, sir. Number two, I did say that there is no blanket official ban in Delhi, but there is a soft ban where leaders from your own party have been asking for a complete meat ban in Delhi, which you yourself know, sir. These are the two things I was saying. But I just want to move to our Congress spokesperson, Brajesh Kadapa. Sir, the larger question here is the Congress has always, the pendulum had swung so far left in terms of appeasement that we see the kind of reactions coming in today, and that happened thanks to your own political outfit. The sheer fact you have the likes of Uday Raj who have come out and are actually criticizing the extension of loudspeakers for 2 hours from 10 to 12 when the top court of the country itself has mandated during celebrations relax the norms. And that doesn't come in for one religion, it's for every religion.
See, Preeti, as far as the Indian National Congress is concerned, you will find that whenever the Indian National Congress has been ruling, the number of investments rise. And why does it rise? It rises for this reason, that we have an inclusive approach. And just the creation of, say, Gurgaon. Let me give you an example of now Gurgaon. And Gurgaon is today in the, one of the leading cities in India. It is the Millennium City of India. And, a large number of people from abroad converge here. And I think it's essential for all of us to make them feel at home. So this inclusivity is most essential, not just to give the feel that India is a welcoming country, one. Two, also so that investments grow. And you will find that wherever the Congress is, this kind of inclusivity exists. Now, an exclusive environment, just like what is now happening in, BJP-ruled states, is something which drives people away. And I suspect, Preeti, that whenever somebody asks you for an Aadhaar card, and then chirkao, gaumutra and so on and so forth, I think this is also a means of keeping people from certain communities within the Hindu fold out, because these cases are also increasing. You will find that temples are run exclusively by certain communities, and this is essentially not an issue about keeping people who follow a different religion out, but also about keeping people who don't belong, who are outside the Varna system outside, and this is happening across the board. So I think it's essential for us to realize that these kind of means of keeping people out, first thing, in a caste-ridden society like the Hindu community, should never be permitted by government, one. Two, the sanction which it is receiving from government should be clamped down upon.
So your time is up. I don't know where you've come in from the investment angle from, because I don't think there's any clear data to corroborate that claim. But having said that, should it not be really just about inclusivity of, we've been known as a country that share each other's festivals. But, I'm running out of time. I want to give 2 minutes each to Rajat Sethi and Ashutosh to make their point. Rajat, would you like to go first? Your time begins now, sir.
See, I have lost track of what Congress was just saying, and therefore my own thought process, because the kind of claims that were made just now were as bizarre as it can get. Again, Gujarat, where, BJP has been in power and the Garba is being celebrated, has the best investment environment. So don't go in there. There is absolutely no data. And Gurgaon is no role model, by the way. Again, coming back to the moot point here, why is it that your program always starts getting activated around the Kamad Yatra program or the Navratra? Do you do a similar program that these are the set of nuisances which have been created during Ramadan? Of course you will not do. This is the selective typecasting of the entire community which is done on national television. Would you ever do such a program during the other holy days, during the Christmas time, during the New Year celebrations, during the entire week around when Muslims carry out the Muharrams and Muharram Yatras across the country? You will not do that. Aren't there any other anti-social elements which are part of those programs? 100% yes. You will require those colored lenses to go out and only pick and choose Hindu festivals and try and sully the mood on a national primetime show at 7 to 7:30 p.m. I mean, what big disservice you can do? Identify, call out anti-social elements over there who all are there, and let the police and let the respective state governments act against those. But trying to sully the environment of the entire nation when the celebrations have barely begun smells of something sinister, and I want to call this out. There is nothing which is happening at the scale you want to project. Everybody is enjoying festivals with peace and harmony. Let's not run and carry out stories and paint the whole community as if this community is to be blamed for whatever is happening in the country, etc., etc. Let's not jump to that. All hues and colors of political parties have been together, celebrating together. There are Gujarati Congress leaders also. Get their opinion also. What happens in Garba and what is their opinion on Garba and what is happening.
So your time is up. The fact is, Mr. Sethi, I don't need moral reference points for the kind of stories that I carry. And I am a Hindu. I am a practicing Hindu. And just in terms of, because if you have any other notions on that. And why do I pick these shows? Because it bothers me as a Hindu. Because number one, and I'll tell you what, no, you can laugh. Please laugh. Number one, if during any other religion, if a state legitimizes fringe outfits, where ID cards are being checked, where gaumutra is being sprayed, all of that. I don't think, where has it ever happened? Where they have banned Hindus from entering festivals which the Muslim community carries out. Has it ever happened? If it has, please let me know. Where the state government has legitimized. Where the state government has legitimized it. Rajat Sethi, it's not an argument between you and I, but maybe the colored glasses that you were speaking of, maybe you need to take that out, especially from the side of the divide that you argue on. I don't need, I absolutely need no advice from the likes of you who peddle only one agenda. With that, I'd like to give 2 minutes right now. Sir, you've had your say, now allow me to have mine. Now I want to give 2 minutes to Ashutosh, concluding points. Ashutosh, please go.
Preeti, I will be more than happy if my dear friend Rajat Sethi and RP Singh and those standing over there could recite the 2 slokas from the Gita. I'm a non-believer. I'm a Hindu, I'm a non-believer. But I can tell you, yada yada hi dharmasya gladir bhavati bharata abhittanam adharmasya tadmanam sajamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha duskritam dharmasasthapanartha sambhavami yuge yuge. I don't need certificate from Rajat Sethi and RP Singh of the word that I am a Hindu. I know what Hinduism is all about. You know, this is what the Savarkar has said, that the kind of people who had ruled, who dehumanized a section of the society for more than thousands of years, they are setting rules. They are telling us, I'll spray gaumutra on you, only then you will become Hindu. You will deserve to be there in Gaumutra. Who are these people? Can they cite even one Hanuman Chalisa, one para? Can they cite this? None. They can't. The fact of the matter is, these are the people suddenly have become the owners of the Hindu religion. The sad part is,
Can I just get Ashutosh? Let him give the time. Yeah, let him finish. Sir, you have 15 more seconds to make your point.
These self-proclaimed protector of Hindu religion have nothing to do with Hinduism, including Rajat Sethi and RP Singh and those standing over there. Because they can't cite even the 2 slokas from the Gita. I can do that despite being non-believer. You know what is? There is a double speak. RSS says कि जो अपने आप को हिंदू भगवान राम को माने, कृष्ण को माने, उसको हम अपना मानते हैं. Banu Mushtaq was criticized that she can't go and inaugurate Dashara festival. Why? Because she's a Muslim. A PhD scholar in Banaras University, he can't teach in Sanskrit because he's a Muslim. And you say that हम सब लोगों को गले लगा के चलते हैं. You believe in Vasudha Kutumbakam? There can't be more hypocrisy than this. They deserve my pity, nothing else.
All right, sir, your time is up. I think you did rile up Rajat Sethi. Does he want to come in? Let's cut across to Rajat Sethi. Can we get the window? I believe he's left because he wanted to come in, and I just want to say it on record because right after this he'll say you didn't give me time. So he's decided to leave the show because I was giving him time. But RP Singh, sir, because you were also quoted by Ashutosh, you have 20 seconds to make your point.
No. I have all the admiration today for Ashutosh for quoting Veer Savarkar, for his admiration for Veer Savarkar today. I mean, I have all the salutation to you, Mr. Ashutosh. But fact is, by just chanting the mantra or by reading out, give me a second, sir, I never interrupted you. I can challenge you to recite one mantra or one shlok from or one part of the Gurbani also. So which everyone has a right
now,
to...
you know, this is a back and forth of challenges. Ashutosh, you want to accept that challenge because I'll go into a break, but let's just end on a nicer note. It's festivities, and let's hope, you know, we all partake in that, irrespective of our religion.
I'm a non-believer Hindu, but I can recite Hanuman Chalisa. Jai Hanuman Gyan Gunu Sagar, Jai Kapis Pujagar, Mahavir Vikram Bajrangi, Kumatni Mar Sumat Ke Sangi, Kanan Kunchan Kanchan. I can go on and on and on.
Okay, sir.
I don't need
I'm going to close this. Okay, Sardar RP Singh, for anybody else who wants to, who is not Hindu but is of another religion, can they come to your puja pandal?
For a few days, you will also admire Mohan Bhagwat ji.
Sardar RP Singh, can they come to your puja pandal who's a non-Hindu?
Anytime, any
Okay.
time. And again,
Well done, sir.
don't present some... Preeti, let me also say that. Don't project as if there is some blanket ban.
Sir, I'm just telling you about the places where it is. You can...
Sardar Sahib, who are these people? Who have
Okay, I'm going to end this. This is not a tutu meme debate. I'm ending it. I appreciate all our guests for joining us, and viewers, let's all have a great festival season. Welcome back, viewers. Let's shift focus now to Kolkata. Heavy rain lashed Kolkata and has thrown life completely out of gear in the times of Pujo. Many pandals across the city have been flooded, several places completely inundated. 9 have been declared dead due to electrocution alone.
Days ahead of Pujo festivities, Kolkata witnessed incessant rainfall and a flood like never before. Roads flooded, metro services hit, Durga pandals submerged, and vehicles completely drowned in water. The Kolkata airport waterlogged, leading to flight cancellations and delayed flights, leaving flyers stranded. A similar sight was witnessed at Sialda railway station, where trains were seen submerged in water.
Eastern Railway have already declared that there are several long-distance trains which have been rescheduled due to this waterlogging in different parts of the Howrah division. And similar incident we have seen in Southeastern division in Sialda station as well. The railway authorities are tirelessly working to pump out the water from the tracks.
The massive waterlogging brought traffic, public transport and daily life to a grinding halt across the city of Joy.
Most parts of the city of Joy, Kolkata, are currently waterlogged due to the heavy rainfall that lasted at least 6 hours overnight. And right now we are present in front of Netaji Nagar post office, which is in the South Kolkata area. And this street is also waterlogged. Most of the shops are closed, and auto services, bus services, everything have been suspended due to the waterlogging situation. And a person was died after being electrocuted in this particular area.
Rainwater entered homes and government offices. The roads approaching the secretariat were flooded. Officials and staff struggled to drain the rainwater. Schools shut till September 25th. Multiple flood-related deaths were reported in different parts of the city. Unprecedented rains exposing the inadequate infrastructure and civic mess in the city. To make matters worse, the IMD has predicted more rains in the coming days, clouding the Durga Puja fervour. with Tapas Sengupta, Rajesh Sinha and Indrajit Kundu. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, viewers, we're going to keep a keen eye on all developments where Kolkata is concerned, but I want to shift focus right now to the state of Assam, steeped in grief. With Maya Bini on their lips, the people of Assam bid a heartfelt, emotional farewell to their beloved Zubeen. His cremation took place today on the outskirts of Guwahati, where lakhs of fans gathered to pay their final respects, honored with state honors and a 21-gun salute. Zubeen Garg was laid to rest today. I want to cut across, viewers, now to the last interview of Zubeen Garg, where he spoke to me in 2019 and mostly spoke of what is closest or what was closest to his heart, Assam, Assamese pride and its people. Listen in.
What does Assamese pride mean to you?
Assamese pride. Our heritage, our culture, our music. We are very strong in that.
And why do you're viewed as an icon, the people we've been talking to. You're viewed as this overarching icon, as a savior of Assamese pride, especially, the kind of stand you've taken recently.
People love me a lot because I'm always rebel. And I'm very blunt. What I say on stage, in front of everyone. I never hide anything. So they love me, and especially the new generation, they believe I can do anything. That's not true, but I can fight with them, for them. So I've always tried that, and I've always tried to promote my music, my culture, everywhere, wherever I've gone. Even now we are trying to promote our silk, our clothes, our food. Like we have trying to build up a revolution everywhere, in all the villages, with the villagers, with the girls, with the women. So my wife is also helping in that. So it's a process we are going through. And my music is there. I left Bombay because of our film industry, because I wanted to boost it up. So that's why last year I made a film. It was a 3 crores budget film. Nobody risks here, but I risked it, and it created a record. So every year I want to promote at least one film from my side.
I came here in the morning. You have a very eccentric, strange way of life. Can you explain that? You've got people milling about all day. You've got your fans who come in, take pictures, who go out.
Yeah, they're open. It's open for everyone, actually.
I know, I was here in the morning.
So that's why I made this place, for sitting and adda and talking to everyone, sharing views.
So it's an open house?
It's open, yeah. Only the studio is closed because that's my studio, so I work there.
Right, and you've got this graffiti going out on the wall. People come and wish you. They're waiting for you.
Yeah, the wall I donated to all the children here, so they can come. They can do paintings whenever they wish.
Whenever they wish, which is quite cool.
Even I opened a gym also downstairs, big gym for all the
locals,
girls and boys here. Yeah, locals.
Oh, so they just come in.
Yeah, anyone can do.
Anyone can come in gym. It's very interesting. Okay, so I want to ask you.
I'm a socialist, basically.
Socialist. Okay.